Your phone just became a brick. Not dead battery, not no signal, a literal useless rectangle of glass and metal. The internet's gone. GPS satellites, offline. Google doesn't exist. Every map app, every search engine, every cloud backup you ever made, vanished. No communication, no navigation, no information. Just you, whatever's in your immediate surroundings, and the sudden realization that you don't actually know anything anymore. You can't Google how to get home. You can't look up what's edible. You can't check the news. You can't even find out what time it is without looking at the sky. This is a complete digital collapse, and the first 72 hours determine whether you adapt or you're completely lost, literally and figuratively. So here's the survival guide, hour by hour, exactly what disappears, exactly what you need to do, and exactly how to function when the entire digital world goes dark. Let's start with the reality check. What exactly did you just lose? Your phone? It's now a paperweight. Maybe the calculator works. Maybe the flashlight. That's it. Everything else? Dead. No calls, no texts, no internet, no apps. Your entire digital life? Gone. Every photo you didn't print? Every contact you didn't write down? Every address you saved in maps? Poof. That grocery list on your phone? Hope you remember what you needed. That appointment reminder? Better have written it down somewhere. Your computer at home? Useless. Smart TV? Dumb brick. Smart home devices? Not so smart anymore. Alexa can't help you. Siri's gone silent. GPS in your car? Dead. That navigation system you relied on? Black screen. You're driving old school now, if you even remember how to read road signs. Online banking? Forget it. Your money's still there, probably, but you can't access it digitally. No apps, no websites, no transfers. Cash and physical cards only, if the payment systems even work. Your job? If it's remote or computer dependent, you just became unemployed. No email, no Slack, no Zoom, no digital communication at all. Social media? Gone. News websites? Gone. Streaming services? Gone. Your entire digital entertainment library? You now own nothing you can actually access. And here's the kicker. You can't even look up what happened. No news sites, no Reddit, no Twitter, just silence and confusion. So what do you still have? Physical objects, paper maps if you own them, books, whatever knowledge is in your actual head, and the people immediately around you. That's it. That's your entire resource pool now. Hour zero. The moment you realize everything digital is gone. Here's what you do immediately. First, do not panic. I know that's hard when your entire modern life just evaporated, but panicking wastes the golden hour you need for action. Second, find paper and pen right now. Write down everything you can remember. Phone numbers, addresses, important dates, passwords to physical locks, medical information, everything. Your brain is your only hard drive now, but memory is unreliable under stress. Write it down while you still remember. Third, find physical maps. Check your glove box, check old drawers, check your parents' garage. Paper maps, atlases, any physical navigation tools. If you don't have maps and you're in a city you don't know well, you're about to be very lost. Like actually lost. Not GPS recalculating lost. I have no idea where I am lost. Fourth, gather analog tools. Compass? Grab it. Physical books? Stack them. Flashlights with actual batteries? Find them. Mechanical watches? Put them on. Anything that doesn't need digital anything, collect it now, because these are your tools for the next indefinite period. Fifth, establish physical meeting points with your family or friends who aren't with you. If we get separated, meet at this physical location at this time. Not text me where you are. Not check your email. Actual physical location, like humans did for thousands of years before we got lazy. Sixth, find local information sources. Libraries, community centers, town halls, physical newspapers if they still exist. Places where analog information still lives. You've got maybe 2 to 3 hours before the initial shock wears off and you need to start actually functioning without digital help. Use this golden hour wisely, because after this, you're navigating blind. Alright, navigation. Time to learn how humans got around for literally thousands of years before Google Maps. If you have a paper map, congratulations! You just became the most valuable person in your group. Guard that thing with your life. If you don't have a map, you're about to become a cartographer. Find paper, draw as you go, mark landmarks, street names, directions. You're making your own map now. And yes, this is slow. And yes, you'll make mistakes. But it's better than wandering aimlessly hoping you stumble onto familiar territory. Basic navigation rule number 1. The sun. It rises in the east, sets in the west. At noon, it's roughly south if you're in the northern hemisphere. Stretch your arm toward the sun in the morning, that's east. The opposite direction, west. Behind you, north. In front of you, south. Boom, you have cardinal directions. At night, find the North Star. Look for the Big Dipper constellation. The two stars at the end of the cup part, draw an imaginary line through them upward. That's Polaris, the North Star. That's your north. Face the North Star. North is ahead, south is behind, east is right, west is left. You now have a compass made of stars. No stars because it's cloudy? Use landmarks. That tall building you can see, that's your reference point. The tall building is north of me, so I'm heading south away from it. Humans navigated entire oceans with less information than you have right now. You can navigate your city. Street signs still work. They're not digital. Read them, write them down. I'm on Main Street heading toward the river. Basic but effective. And here's a trick nobody thinks about. Follow other people. Humans tend to cluster near resources. Follow foot traffic and you'll usually find food, water, or help. The first day of navigation without GPS, you'll get lost. A lot. That's normal. That's expected. Just don't panic. Retrace your steps. Ask people. Use landmarks. By day 3, you'll be navigating better than you think. By week 2, you'll wonder how you ever needed GPS for your own neighborhood. Now let's talk about information, because you can't Google anything anymore. Question: what's the weather going to be tomorrow? Answer: look at the sky. Dark clouds, rain's coming. Red sky at night, sailors delight. Good weather. Red sky in morning, sailors take warning, storms coming. Feel the wind? Strong, steady wind from the east often brings rain. No wind at all? Weather's probably staying stable. You just became a meteorologist using only observation. What time is it? Look at the sun's position. Noon is when it's highest. Morning it's rising, evening it's setting. Or, find a mechanical watch or clock tower. Is this plant edible? Now you understand why your grandparents knew plant identification. You need books, field guides, or find someone who actually knows. This is where libraries become gold. Physical books with actual information. Medical guides, survival manuals, plant identification, mechanical repair guides. Librarians just became the most important people in society. They know where every piece of physical information is stored. They're human search engines now. How do I fix this? You can't YouTube it. You need someone who actually knows the skill. Time to find local experts and actually talk to them. Mechanics, electricians, doctors, carpenters, farmers, people with hands-on knowledge just became invaluable because their knowledge isn't stored in the cloud, it's in their heads. Suddenly that old guy who knows how to fix everything, he's not old-fashioned, he's essential. News and current events, newspapers if they still print them, radio if it's still broadcasting, word of mouth, community bulletin boards, town meetings. Information spreads slowly now. What happened across town? You might not know for hours or days. Rumors spread faster than facts. Verify everything with multiple sources. Here's the brutal truth. You're going to realize how much you don't actually know. You've outsourced your knowledge to Google for so long that your brain has atrophied. Time to relearn how to retain information, how to teach each other, how to value people who actually know things instead of people who can just Google things. Communication. How do you talk to people who aren't standing right in front of you? Short answer, with extreme difficulty, but it's possible. If they're in the same town, you walk to their house, or you leave physical notes. Meet me at the library at 3 p.m. tomorrow. And yes, this means you need to actually know where people live, not I'll just text them for directions. You need to physically know. Establish regular meeting times and places. Every day at noon, we meet at the fountain in the park. Consistency creates connection. If they're in another city, mail, physical letters. Yes, the postal service. Assuming it's still functioning, mail still works without internet. Write letters, give them to postal workers. Wait days or weeks for responses, just like humans did for centuries. Long-distance communication becomes slow, really slow. No instant messages, no video calls, just patience and physical mail. Community bulletin boards become essential. Want to find someone? Post a notice. Want to share information? Post it. Low-tech but functional. Churches, community centers, libraries, anywhere people gather becomes a communication hub. Social media? You're standing in the town square shouting. And here's something wild. You'll actually have to remember things people tell you. No scrolling back through chat history, no searching old texts. Carry a notebook. Write down important conversations, dates, times, plans, information. Write it all down. Your memory is your only backup. The isolation is the hardest part. You can't check in on people instantly. You can't know if they're okay unless you physically go to them. Relationships become local. The people in your immediate area are your world now. Everyone else, you hope they're okay, but you can't know. So, how does daily life actually work without any digital information? You wake up when? When the sun wakes you. No alarm clock? Your body adjusts to natural light cycles. You're going to bed earlier and waking with sunrise. Breakfast? You can't order delivery. You can't Google recipes. You cook what you have using recipes you remember or find in physical cookbooks. Going to work? If your job required a computer, you're finding new work. Physical labor, trades, face-to-face services, anything that doesn't need digital. Entertainment? Books, board games, cards, actual conversations, musical instruments. You're about to rediscover what humans did for fun before screens. And honestly, most people will find they're happier. No social media comparison, no doom scrolling, no constant digital stimulation, just real life. Shopping? You physically go to stores. You talk to actual humans. You pay with cash or cards if the payment systems work. No online shopping, no price comparisons. You buy what's available, not what's optimal. You build relationships with local shop owners. You ask them for recommendations instead of reading reviews. Healthcare? You go to actual doctors. No WebMD, no symptom Googling. You trust medical professionals because you can't second-guess them with internet research. And you know what? You'll probably be healthier mentally because you're not self-diagnosing every minor symptom into a terminal illness. Education, libraries, and teachers. Want to learn something? Find someone who knows it and ask them to teach you, or find a book and read it. Skills become valuable again. You can't download knowledge. You have to actually learn it, practice it, master it. Life becomes slower, more deliberate, more local, more about the people around you and less about the entire world at your fingertips. And here's the thing, most people will adapt faster than they think. Humans are incredibly resilient when they have to be. Let's talk about what actually kills people in a digital collapse scenario. Number one killer, getting lost. People wander into unfamiliar areas without navigation and can't find their way back. Urban areas, you might walk for hours in the wrong direction. Rural areas, you could die of exposure because you can't find civilization. Solution, stay in familiar areas. If you must travel, mark your path. Leave breadcrumbs. Turn around if you're lost. Number two, misinformation. Without verified sources, rumors spread fast. People make dangerous decisions based on bad information. Solution, trust multiple sources. Don't act on single rumors. Verify with authorities, libraries, trusted community leaders. Number three, isolation. People who live alone or far from others suffer mentally and physically without connection. Solution, build community immediately. Connect with neighbors. Establish regular check-ins. Humans are social animals. You need other people. Number four, medical emergencies. Can't Google symptoms, can't call for GPS-guided ambulances, can't look up nearest hospitals. Solution, know where your local hospital is. Write down the physical address. Know the route. Keep a first aid book. Number five, resource mismanagement. People don't know what they have because their lists were all digital. Supplies run out unexpectedly. Solution, physical inventory. Write down everything. Track supplies on paper. Old school accounting. So here's where we are. All digital information is gone. GPS is dead. The internet doesn't exist. But you've got paper maps, a notebook full of important information, a plan for finding people, and the skills to navigate by sun and stars. You can't Google anything, but you know where the library is. You can't text anyone, but you've established physical meeting points. You're reading the sky for weather. You're using landmarks for navigation. You're writing everything down. You're adapting. And here's what you've learned. You didn't need the internet as much as you thought you did. It was convenient, but not necessary. necessary. You can function without it. You can navigate without GPS. You can communicate without phones. Humans did it for millennia. The first 72 hours are about adjusting. The first week is about learning. The first month is about mastering. And by then, you'll have skills that 90% of modern society has forgotten. So the next time you mindlessly Google something, the next time you can't remember a phone number, the next time you're completely lost without GPS, remember this, because your digital crutch could disappear. And when it does, these skills are the difference between adapting and being lost. What survival scenario do you want us to cover next? Drop it in the comments below.